The report, Race and Wrongful Convictions in the United States in 2022, reviewed the cases of 3,200 innocent defendants exonerated in the United States since 1989. Black people, the researchers found, were 7 times more likely to be wrongfully convicted, were more likely to be the targets of police misconduct, and more likely to be imprisoned longer before exonerated. If you out there playing around in them streets, you better sit down and listen to this interview, because this could be any one of us that's listening to this story in this situation. I rushed getting this out, so I'll have extra information in the comments section about the bro Barlo and how to reach him and get at him. And if you're a super real one out there, you'll know what to do.
And my mother told me, she said, go in there and get my Bible or my stand. I said, Mom, I'm not going to get no Bible. I said, Mom, I'm not going to get that Bible, Mom. You know what I'm saying? I said, you need to start reading that. This and the third. So my mother told me, she said, baby, one day you're going to get on your knees and you're going to pray, you're going to beg God to help you. And she said, I want you to remember that shit, nigga. I told my mother, I said, I am God. That's what I told her. You feel what I'm saying? And and it hurts me to the core right now of saying that, because, bro, when they hit me, when I lost my blue child, I fell back in that seat, man, and it felt like my body just, everything left me. Like everything just left me, man. And when they put me in that cell, and it hit me until they put me in the cell, and they closed that door for me to be transferred back up here. You know what I'm saying? And back to Northern. When they put me back in that cell, they closed the door, bro. I couldn't even stand. My legs buckled. My fucking leg buckled. And I was on the ground, banging the ground, crying, dog. I said, God. I said, what did I do? I said, I'm talking to God now. This is the same motherfucker that just told his mother that he don't believe in God, that he is God. You feel what I'm saying? I was cocky. I was disrespectful. You see what I'm saying? And I looked at this shit, and I'm looking at the situation like, what did I do in my life that I didn't pay for, that I'm paying for now? I contemplated suicide many times, bro. Many times. Just like, fuck it. These niggas took 56 years of my life. I said, and I didn't do shit. So how am I supposed to chew and eat that? How am I supposed to eat that? How am I supposed to take that? Yeah, that's what's up, man. I appreciate this opportunity, man. You know, I just want to take the time out too, man, and shout out Boomerang, New York, man, for making this link, man, possible, man. You know what I mean? I definitely needed this shit, man, for real.
That's a fact, man. I heard the bro was telling me you wrongfully convicted.
Yeah, man. They you know, I got dealt a bad hand. You know what I'm saying? To the point where these motherfuckers, man, you know, the system is crooked so many ways, man. And sometimes they need to be exposed in a certain light from a chosen one, so to speak. And yeah, man. So they just kind of like they fucked me over in court, man. I mean, where you want to take it? You know what I mean? I can start from anywhere. Where you want to take it?
Yeah, we could start from the beginning on like how you got trapped off like that.
Oh, let's start off like this. First of all, I'm not no rat ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? I would never snitch on a nigga. I don't give a fuck what it is. You feel what I'm saying? And I know the type of niggas I deal with. I know the type of niggas I fuck with. But in the end, that's what this is all boiled down to, that I wouldn't tell on a nigga. You feel what I'm saying? And so they felt as though they took it out on me because of who I was in the town, a Norwich out here in CT. You know what I mean? I had this shit popping with the Gamus and all that shit, so they couldn't fuck with a nigga. So at the end of the day, this is what they took. They had their shot. You feel what I'm saying? So I got pulled over at a traffic stop, and when they pulled me over, you know, you actually see my license and registrations and shit like that. So I said, yo, man, I ain't got none of that. You feel what I'm saying? And so he asked me to get out the car, whatever. He pat me down, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, I never denied denied anything about the weapon. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly, he found a gun in my car. I never denied that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to say that. I never denied anything about a weapon. But the murder, I ain't never killed no motherfucking body. You know what I'm saying? So, and if I did, what the fuck I'd pull over for with a hot weapon in the car? You understand what I'm saying? I would have took the niggas on a chase or something. But anywho, so they decided, search my car, whatever the case may be, find a little pistol or whatever. So they tell me that, the detectives want to talk to me or whatever. So, make a long story short, the niggas went and I talked to them. I built with them, and it's like, all right, whatever, y'all want to talk, let's talk. I ain't got nothing to hide. So we building or whatever. So I'm to find out when it's time to go to court. You know what I'm saying? They gave me my bail and all that shit. And they pulled me in the back in the courthouse. And where they fingerprint motherfuckers at. And so the detectives was talking to me and shit. Was like, yo, we know you ain't had nothing to do with this shit, but we know you know who did it. Think about your daughter, this, that, and third, I'm like, yo, man, listen, man, y'all niggas just suck my dick. I ain't saying a motherfucking thing, though. So what you want to do, fingerprint me or whatever? And so that's how I went. You know what I'm saying? He charged me with the murder. That was it, man. After that, man, I'm fighting for my motherfucking life. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't really care. I'm like, I'll take it to trial. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I ain't do the shit, so I don't care. So I took it to trial. You know what I mean? So that was that. You know what I mean? To the point where, this lawyer I ain't have a paid lawyer. I had one of them fugazi ass lawyers, the public pretenders. So, and I ain't gonna say he did a bad job, but he could have did a better job. But yeah, man. So, they charged me with the murder, whatever the case may be, and decided to just go all the way with it, and that was it, man.
Now, was they trying to say that gun that they found in the car was the murder weapon?
Yeah, well, yeah, because they said Duke got murdered with a 22 shell. They found a 22 shell case. Think this shit, right? Now, this shit was get freaky at. Now, the weapon that they had, that found on me, they tried to say that was the weapon that killed him, that murdered him. You know what I'm saying? Just because it was a 22, and they found a 22 shell case. And when we went to trial, you know what I'm saying? When we went to trial, we had a firing expert. She was on the stand breaking that whole shit down. You know what I'm saying? And she was saying that, she had a bullet in her hand, like a big ass bullet in her hand. She was breaking down about the lands and the grooves and how the pen hits the back of the shell casing and it ejects and all that good shit. So so she never testified that was the bullet that killed him. You feel what I'm saying? So my lawyer asked her like 3 times, like, yo, was it inconclusive or conclusive that shell casing was fired from that pistol? She said, I can't determine whether this bullet was fired from this gun because the bullet is too damaged. You feel what I'm saying? But the shell casing meets the same characteristics of the pistol. You feel what I'm saying? So, for being shot from the pistol, but I'm not saying that this bullet was shot from this gun. This was the firing expert saying. This she's saying. She's saying this out of her mouth. You feel what I'm saying? So my lawyer was like, okay, well, is it over 100 guns that could have fired that same shell casing? She said, yes, it's over 100 guns that could have fired that same shell casing. So he said, you're not saying that this bullet was fired from this gun. She said, no. She said, listen, I'm not saying that this bullet was fired from this gun. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it could have been because of the same characteristics. You feel what I'm saying? And so my lawyer said, okay. So did you write inconclusive or conclusive or inconclusive? So she said inconclusive. You feel what I'm saying? And so now the lawyer was like, did you write that in your notes? Did you put that in your notes? She told the judge, can I look at my notes and see if I put that in my notes? And the judge said, yeah. So she checked her notes and shit. Bro, she ain't even put that shit in her notes. So my lawyer said, that's unprofessional. He's like, how are you not gonna write something in your notes that's so severe that's going on right now? This is serious. This is a murder case. How are you not gonna write that in your notes, being that you're a firing expert? You're an expert. You know what I'm saying? So she falls up on the fucking stand looking stupid. You know what I mean? So, and I'm over there getting heated, but I'm feeling good at the same time because he's exposing her. You see what I'm saying? So I'm thinking, okay, I got this shit beat. firing expert. All she had to do was say, yeah, this bullet was fired from this gun. I'd have been fried. You feel what I'm saying? But she didn't say that shit. You know what I'm saying? She testified to it as being, that's not the bullet that was fired from this gun. So what the fuck I'm doing with cases 72 years and got sentenced to 56 years? What we doing here? That was that, man.
So, in your official ballistics report on your case, it doesn't say that bullet is not. It says that it's not a guarantee that bullet, or they lied on the ballistic report.
No, they said she testified. It said in the ballistic report, it's not down as the bullet being fired from that pistol.
I don't even know how they found. I don't even know how they found you guilty.
You see what I'm saying, man? So it's like, yo, this shit, I ain't gonna front, bro, right now. This shit bringing tears to my eyes, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Because these things got me fucked up. I've been in here 14 years, my bro. You feel what I'm saying? Like real shit. You know what I mean? And these motherfuckers got me twisted. I've been fighting for my motherfucking life for 14 years, bro. You know what I'm saying? No real support, none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, when nobody come to bat for me, all the motherfuckers I helped them, niggas, ain't nobody come to bat for me. Ain't nobody put no bread up from no lawyer. Niggas get money off my name. You feel what I'm saying? Talking about, yo, Barlo need this, Barlo need that. Ain't giving them bread. Niggas ain't sending nothing. Niggas ain't doing shit. You see what I'm saying? And so, you know, at the end of the day, man, you know what I mean? Pardon me for, you know, coming off like that, man.
Nah, man, I mean, shit. If you supposed to sound like that if you locked up for some shit you ain't do. You feel me? I would be losing my motherfucking head. I wouldn't even be able to sleep at night. I wouldn't have slept in 14 years.
Man, I'm telling you, bro, this shit, man, it's just unbelievable. And I'm going through this shit, my nigga. And I'm sitting here, and I'm going through this experience. People taking a stand, and they ain't really saying nothing. These witnesses more for me than a prosecutor. They
had witnesses that said they seen you do something?
Nah, they ain't had no witness saying that shit. Ain't nobody come to them, and ain't nobody tell them niggas that they see me doing nothing, dog. Ain't nobody saying shit, ain't nobody know shit. But what he tried to do, he tried to prep my brother's baby mother and try to make her testify on some bullshit. And she when she got in the courtroom and got on the stand, these motherfuckers removed the jury while she was spazzing. Like, yo, I'm not doing this shit. This is my kid's father's uncle. I'm not doing this. I told y'all I'm not doing this shit. She was spazzing. And I'm like, damn, I wish she was doing this shit in front of the jury, but the motherfuckers was 10 steps ahead of the game. You feel what I'm saying? They was 10 steps ahead of the game, bro. They saw her about to start acting up, and they stopped her, moved the jury, and had her continue to speak. So the prosecutor is trying to get her to say whatever he prepped her for. He tried to get her to say that on the stand, and she wasn't buying that shit. So she started flipping. You know what I'm saying? She started bugging out on the stand. So he already told the lawyer, he told the judge, hey, can I excuse my witness? And so she, you know, she kept wearing this shit like that, you know, saying shit, throwing names in the air and all that shit. Oh, you know, you ain't do this shit. I don't know why you sitting there. Taking the blame for somebody else. All that shit was passing, bro. I just kept silent. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just looking at her like, all right, get the fuck out the courtroom because you talking crazy. You feel what I'm saying? So that was my mindset. You know what I mean? Because in the end, I'm like, I didn't do this shit. And what the truth is supposed to set me free, right? That's what they say. So if the truth is supposed to set me free, here you is, you got the truth. And you ain't even trying to use that shit. Y'all's trying to bury me. These motherfuckers crazy, man. So in London,
you have 1 minute left.
In London court, the motherfuckers is racist out there, bro. They racist, man. You know what I'm saying? And they sent a lot of innocent motherfuckers to jail, and I'm seeing this shit verbatim, man. Like, I'm sitting there, and I'm looking at this shit, and I'm going through this, and I can't believe that I'm going through this, but I still had confidence that I was going to come out on the other side of this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Did one of your appeals come through yet? Like, you had an appeal in?
Nah, they shot my appeal down. They shot my appeal down because that's another thing. I'm saying I'm gonna have to tell you about that on the next call when I call back because this shit about to hang up because I can see the time.
All right.
So, you know, just to get it, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna start fresh with that. I don't even want to start right now because.
An incarcerated individual at Garner Correctional Institution. This call is not private. It will be recorded and may be monitored. If you believe this should be a private call,
Yeah. So to answer that question, so I got an appeal. You know, I did my appeal, did my appeal and all that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how severe it is to drop a nigga name. I don't want to just drop his name like that. I don't know if you're gonna get in trouble for that shit or, you know what I'm saying? So, but I did an appeal with this individual, man, this counselor, man, that I was dealing with. And this motherfucker never came to see me or nothing, bro. Yo, he never came to visit me. This motherfucker did my whole brief without me. He sent me my brief. You feel what I'm saying? And when I'm looking at reading the brief, this shit is not for me. Like, it's more against me than any fucking thing. You see what I'm saying? So I'm calling this motherfucker. I'm doing legal calls. I'm calling him. And I keep getting the message. I keep getting the answer machine. Keep getting the answer machine. So I leave a real answer machine on there, spazzing on the nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfucker, you represent me. This is a terrible file. You know, you supposed to be up here visiting me. I got all this shit I done did. I done put all this work in. And you ain't coming up to see me. What type of shit you want? So after I spazzed on him, he sent me a letter. Saying, yo, I'm going to make my way up there. I've been doing this. I've been doing that. You know, feeding me the bullshit. Right? So, okay. I said, all right. I'm patient. I was patient about it. Gave him some time to get us, you know, do what he need to do or whatever. Nothing never happened. So guess what? I received a brief. I'm looking at this shit. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I look at this. I open it up, envelope. I said, this is a motherfucking brief. I said, this is like my whole brief without me. So boom, automatically, I wrote it up. You know what I'm saying? I wrote 3.4 penal code, right? That instructs the counselors. The counsel has to get with the client and discuss further things about the case and about the, you know, appeal process. You see what I'm saying? And he didn't do that. And so now I put that in the habeas. You know what I'm saying? So, but so that whole deal went through, man. So my appeal came back and shot me down, bro. He shot me down. I couldn't argue nothing. I ain't argue shit. I don't even know what this nigga look like. To this day, I don't even know what he sound like. And this man did my fucking appeal, man. You feel what I'm saying?
Yo, bro, I'm gonna keep it real with you, man. You know, I know that shit is rough, everything you going through, but we live in a day and time in 2025 where it's too active out there with people that are helping dudes that got railroaded like you get back to the streets. Like, if the evidence in your case is as shaky as you say it is with that ballistics report and the witnesses report, you gonna come home, bro. You just gotta do what you doing now and get this story heard by somebody, because we live in a big world now. You know, 20, 30 years ago, it wasn't no internet. You feel what I'm saying? It really wasn't no internet the way it is now. Social media, this shit will get out to somebody. Somebody will hear this shit, and somebody with a heart that's human is going, you know, and it ain't even just about even having a heart. It's motherfuckers out there respect the law. You got people out there that respect the law, and when they hear bullshit like that, they just can't sit still. So it'll be somebody out there that'll just get this shit into effect, bro, because if the evidence is as shaky as you said and your lawyer handled your case and your appeal like that, that shit is outrageous, bro. You feel what I'm saying? That's some straight injustice and a mishandling of the law. Like, you feel what I'm saying? So
yeah, man. Yeah. So it's just to the point where it's, man, it's like, you know, it's like you know, it's like, you know, it took for this to come about. You understand what I'm saying? Like, they had to take a nigga to come in the cell with me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't having a cell in a minute. You know what I'm saying? And this nigga came in the cell, you know, these people, you know, they major in the music world and all that. I don't know if you're familiar with Samaya Joy, something like that. And she's a jazz nigga. But anyway, his family had me on that side. So the nigga heard one of my poetries, because I came up with this shit called poetry. I put poem and poetry together and created a formula. And I write fire. You know what I'm saying? So, and political summits, you know. But and he heard my story and he just started crying in here, bro. The nigga really started crying in front of me. He was like, yo, I don't even fucking know you. You got me crying here. I showed him my paperwork, all that shit. I highlighted everything, man. And he was like, yo, man, we gotta get you the fuck out of here. He said, yo, you got internet? I mean, you got Facebook, you got all that shit. I said, nah, man. I've been relying on family to do shit. Families ain't nothing but a letdown. That's what my mother told me. My mother told me. I'm saying, my mother told me family ain't shit but a letdown. She said, all you need is faith in God. She said, you just need faith, baby. You feel what I'm saying? And what you have and what you possess your words. She said, use what you have. Use what you have, baby. You gonna get out of there. You feel what I'm saying? And I lost her last year. I lost my mother to cancer last year. You see what I'm saying? So, and Giz was there. Sonny was there. You know what I'm saying? He held it down with my moms and all that, because that's his mother too. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that ain't his real biological mom, but my mom's a doctor. You feel what I'm saying? So, he understands. But at the end of the day, yeah, man, she told me that shit, man. And so I've been using this. So he hooked my shit up. His girl hooked my whole Instagram up. I got part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. I just laid down, called my story, explaining every fucking thing. I just completed part 5 that I'm gonna record real soon and throw up there. So I got my Instagram up there. You know what I'm saying? Barcode innocent barcode, and so everything is up there, man. And this is where we're going. So I'm trying to take it to that in that direction. Sherry Shepherd hit us up 3 times, saying she like shit and all that. So and then on top of that, man, you were blessing in the sky. You feel what I mean? So it's just, I'm just grateful and faithful that things is finally taking a turn, man. You know what I mean, for me, man. It took 14 years, man, but it's happening.
That's a fact. But yo, bro, I'm gonna tell you something. I tell this to everybody that I speak to that's wrongfully convicted or, jammed up for some shit. Like, quick story, right quick. I was on Rikers Island one time, and I had just came home from doing 6 in the pen, and I lasted in the streets only 4 months, and I was locked back up, and I was super depressed, you feel me? Like, I was on my way going back to HDM. I think I was in the Tombs at this time. I was in the Tombs, and I just was disappointed in myself so crazy because I just did 6 pieces. I was talking all of that shit, how I was going to come home in the streets, and I lasted 4 months, and I was back in the pen. Make a long story short, I was super stressed. A dread dude seen me the way I was looking. I just was stressed. He was like, yo, what's up, bro? You all right? I said, yeah, man, I just came home, man, so I'm sick. You feel me? And he told me, he said, Joe, now I'm a 5%er, my bro, but he said, Joe, he was like, yo, man, my peoples is Rastafarian. And he said, you ever heard of the Psalms? And I said, yeah, you talking about the Psalms in the Bible and all of that shit? He said, listen, man, I'm gonna tell you this. And at the time I had got jammed up with parole. They wrongfully searched my crib while I wasn't there. They not supposed to do that. And they caught me with a bunch of weed, and they locked me up for that. But they wasn't even supposed to be in my house searching my personal space without me being present. You feel me? Because they could plan any fucking thing. So yeah, they ain't let me go. I went to the preliminary hearing, and I got found guilty at the preliminary hearing, and that's what I was stressed about. And then his son seen me. He said, yo, look, I'm going to tell you this. He said, if you are wrongfully convicted for some shit you ain't do, or if you got locked up wrongfully for a rule that they broke to lock you up, he said, say Psalm 71 every time you go into court, or anytime you doing anything or filing anything you filing for your case or anything, you say Psalms 71. And he said, every day until you get out of jail, you say Psalms 35. He said you say Psalms 35 over and over 5 times a day. Just say it when the sun rises. Face the sun when it's coming up, and say that Psalm 35, even if you got to say it out loud in front of people and people think you crazy. Just say it and keep saying it. And he said, I guarantee you that shit'll get you out of jail. He said the catch is, it only works for people that's wrongfully convicted or got jammed up unlawfully, where the police did some unlawful shit to lock you up. He said, I can't say it. The nigga, he said, yo, I can't say it because I'm a fuck up. I'm sitting in here because I did some shit I knew better than doing. He said, but if you wrongfully convicted or the police jammed you up the way you saying, he said, say them Psalms. And bro, I promise you, them shits got me out of jail on 3 separate occasions. I beat cases fucking with them Psalm 71 and 35, bro. And he told me, he said, the only thing you gotta do for it to keep working is when it works for you, you gotta keep telling other people that's wrongfully convicted that it could work for them. And he said, as long as you keep passing on that knowledge, the karma will always get you out of the pen. You feel me? And I'm telling you, bro, I wasn't in serious situations, but I was locked up on Rikers Island, in the Tombs, fucking inpatient drug program where they trapped me off for weed and wouldn't let me out until I max out. I locked in on them Psalms, 71 for procedures and court cases, and 35 every day, 4 or 5 times a day. But most importantly, when the sun is rising up, you face the sun and say that shit and let the sun soak in those words. And when you read the Psalm, when you read that 35 and that 71, see, I was so with it, I was saying both of them 5 times a day. I don't care. Niggas was thinking I was crazy and all of that. I don't care. You feel what I'm saying? I walked out that fucking courtroom.
Yeah, I wrote that down.
But that when you read that,
I just wrote that down.
yeah, read that Psalm 35 tonight. When you read it, it's all it's speaking about is police did some bullshit to lock me up. Yeah, I don't deserve to be here. Don't forsake me. And you know, realistically, all of these Psalms and words, these shits is just a different form of affirmations, bro. It's just affirmations for your mind. That's all it really is. The way it's worded and written is written for it to be locked into your subconscious. You feel me? So the way the Bible be sounding, or you read the King James version of shit, we all know the history behind this dude or whatever, but it was written by Shakespeare and shit like that in a way for it to be locked in your subconscious mind is a power that you got to figure out. It's all mathematics. It's all mathematics. So you lock those beliefs into your mind. I am coming home. That's what the Psalm is basically saying. That I am gonna come home from this shit. You understand what I'm saying? That I'm not going to be forsaken. The universe is going to start working in your behalf once you lock into them shits and just convince yourself that you going home. Because the universe ain't going to give you what you say you want. It's only going to give you what you truly expect. You got to expect to come home. You got to dissect your case so much that shit becomes ridiculous to you. Where you be like, yo, there's no way in the world these motherfuckers could keep me with evidence like this. I'm coming out this motherfucker.
Exactly.
You feel what I'm saying? And you gotta just...
That's why I got this. Yeah, I got that shit. Yeah, bro. I got that shit on the wall. I got this shit called freedom on the wall.
You have 1 minute
I got
left.
freedom written on the wall. That shit written on the wall, man. The manifestation is real. You feel what I'm saying? Everything you saying is so fucking real, man.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I mean? Like, that shit making the head stand up my arms, man. I fucking really appreciate what you're saying, man.
Yeah, bro, it's just fucked
I'm
up.
in my Bible every day. You feel what I'm saying? Every day I'm in my Bible. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, so
Get on that Psalms
I mean,
35, bro.
man.
Get on that 35 immediately. And when you say it at the end, you say amen. In your mind, you say that shit. You know, that's the sun god. That's the sun's light soaking up that energy of the vibrations of your voice. You feel me? And it's sending it out into the streets to unlock doors for you. You heard that vibration, that energy of your voice when you say them Psalms, you sending that shit out there into the universe. You feel me? And and that's your lawyer. You feel me? That's your lawyer.
Yeah, nah, that's real what you saying, man. For real, man. I'm gonna read that shit, man. I'm gonna breathe that, man. I'm gonna eat and breathe and sleep that, man. For real. And it's crazy that you even mentioned something like that. You know, I read Psalms a lot. You know what I'm saying? I read Psalms a lot, man. And Proverbs is one of them for me. For wisdom, and strength. I read Proverbs too. You know what I'm saying? It's good. But the shake off the penis, man, and because that what Psalms 35 is a prayer for rescue from your enemy. You know what I'm saying? That's what that entitles. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what that embodies. And I really understand what you're saying as far as that, because I'm a spiritual person. I mean, I don't claim claim no religion. You understand what I'm saying? But I respect all religion, but at the same time, I'm a spiritual person. You know what I mean? So, I believe in the Holy Spirit. You know what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, I'm taking that like and run with it. Well, I mean, that's real shit,
like,
man. I appreciate that so much, man.
That's a fact. I appreciate you. But, like, shout out to the bro Shasha. Like, I mean, with this channel, we got a good, like, my bro Shasha was facing life. He was on the island. Son got had a terrible criminal record, and he was on Rikers Island accused of a robbery that, he didn't do. And they was about to just turn son lights out because, he had so many offenses. You feel me? They was about to turn son lights out. And me and him started a series that lit the whole Rikers Island up, the whole New York City up. And, bro, he went to court and the motherfucking DA complained to the judge. Yo, he got a podcast that keep calling the office and harassing us and, telling us that he's innocent and, all type of stuff. And the judge was like, yo, that man is innocent. That man is innocent. He got a right to profess his innocence. You feel me? Like, you can't knock him for that. But we lit this shit up, bro, and son is home now. You feel me? Like, they threw his whole case out. They threw that shit out, bro, because the charges were so ridiculous. It just needed to be heard. The ridiculousness just needed to be heard by masses.
That's it, man. That's it, man. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. That's what I'm doing on this side, man. Like I'm not just sitting here and sleeping or staying idle. You feel what I'm saying? Like I'm really doing something on the side to the point where it's trying to reach the masses. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not putting no bullshit out. I said, I'm putting some shit, I'm putting my story out. My wife came up with that. My wife told me to write my story. I would have never did that shit, bro. And I look at the outcome of how it came out and what I wrote, and I'm like, damn, this shit, it's lucky you deny this shit. I'm putting it out in your face. This is what you know what I mean? It's in a spoken word form. You see what I'm saying? And shit is powerful. And it makes me cry because I gotta relive this shit as I write it. This shit was hard writing this shit, man. It was hard. It was hard. You know what I'm saying? Because I had to relive this shit all over again, man. I really did, man. You know what I'm saying? To the point where it's when they close themselves, God, listen, man, I told my mother, man, one day, real quick story, right? I told my mother one day, man, when I came home from up north, I did a 3 to 6 up north, right? When I came home, I told my mother, I don't believe in God, right? And she told me, she said, baby, don't say that. And I kept going and all right, so months went by, a few years went by. I go to my mom's crib, I got some CDs and shit, because I used to rap and all that shit. And I had CDs and all that, so I came out to New York, Connecticut. And I hit my mom with a box of CDs. You know what I'm saying? My brother's in there. I said, yo. And my mother told me, she said, go in there and get my Bible or my stand. I said, Mom, I'm not going to get no Bible. And then the crazy shit is, this is the same Bible I sent her when I was up north. With all my niggas' names in it, in the back of it, you know what I'm saying? And so, I said, Mom, I'm not going to get that Bible, Mom. You know what I'm saying? I said, you need to stop reading that. This and the third. So my mother told me, she said, baby, one day, you're going to get on your knees and you're going to pray, you're going to beg God to help you. And she said, I want you to remember that shit, nigga. And I said, if Sonny know my mom, that's how she talk. She said, I want you to remember that shit. I want you to remember that you're going to get on your knees and you're going to beg God one day. I told my mother, I said, I am God. That's what I told her. You know what I'm saying? And it hurts me to the core right now of saying that because, bro, when they hit me, when I lost my blue child, I fell back in that seat, man, and it felt like my body everything left me. Like everything just left me, man. And when they put me in that cell, it didn't hit me until they put me in the cell and they closed that door for me to be transferred back up here. You know what I'm saying? And back to Northern. When they put me in that cell, they closed the door, bro. I couldn't even stand. My legs buckled. My fucking leg buckled. And I was on the ground, banging the ground, crying, dog. I said, God. I said, what did I do? I said, I'm talking to God now. This is the same motherfucker that just told his mother that he don't believe in God. That he is God. You feel what I'm saying? I was cocky. I was disrespectful. You see what I'm saying? And I looked at this shit and I'm looking at the situation like, what did I do in my life that I didn't pay for that I'm paying for now? Like, is it the value of what I did then triples now? Like, do I have to get all of that shit now? I had to try to understand my situation, man. It took me 2 years trying to understand the situation. I contemplated suicide many times, bro. Many times. Just like, fuck it. These niggas took 56 years of my life. I said, and I didn't do shit. So how am I supposed to chew and eat that? How am I supposed to eat that? How am I supposed to take that? I sit in there, man, I'm like, damn, this shit can't be happening to me, man. It can't be no God. This is how I'm thinking a lot of time. I don't think like that now, nah. But that's how I was thinking, man. This shit can't be no God. What am I praying to? If God is good, why are you seeing the bad come up in the good? Am I good? I look back on my life, bro. I look back on my life. I fucked over a lot of dudes, man. And when I say that, I mean I produce and predicament, sending niggas to do shit, all types of shit, man. Big homie status, man. When I was baby and all that, man. You know what I'm saying? And I looked at a lot of lives that I corrupted. A lot of shit that a lot of lives, people, I done fucked these dudes' lives up, man. Young niggas dead. So I look at all that shit, and I say to myself, this is the payback. But it's something God is using me for. He's using me for something. And I had to figure out what that was, man. So I had to make a transition. I had to make a transition, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it was hard making the transition, letting go of the shit that you're so used to. I'm used to being in control. I'm used to telling motherfuckers what to do. I'm used to being a boss. You know what I'm saying? But I'm no longer that. I ain't nobody goddamn boss. You know what I'm saying? I'm a person that just got wrongfully convicted. I have to figure out who the fuck I am. Because I lost myself. I didn't know who I was. Being incarcerated showed me who I was. I know who I am now. I know who I am now. You know what I'm saying? I am that person. I am a man. I am a father. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm a husband. I've completed so many programs in here, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's to the point where now I'm a PCA, preaching care assistant. I take care of mental health motherfuckers in here. And I'm waiting past the test for that shit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get over 70 hours to pass with flying colors. Or I'm not gonna get my CNA license. You see what I'm saying? And all of a sudden, I made that transition. Coming from where I was, we don't even talk about New York. My old number is 98-821-65. That's my old number. That shit plugged in my motherfucking memory bank. You feel what I'm saying? So it just, I ain't even taking it there, man. I was a fucking savage. You feel what I'm saying? So to come to the point where I'm at now in my life, I had to figure out what it is that I did wrong. Figure that out and understand why I'm paying for what I'm paying for. Because I didn't do shit, bro. I didn't kill this nigga, man. I know who did it, but I ain't telling nobody shit. I take this shit to my motherfucking grave. That's just what it is. But they don't give them the right to convict me. Don't give them the right to point the finger at me. You feel what I'm saying? They don't give them the right. So what I don't want to fucking tell nothing. So what gives you the right to point the finger at me and say, yeah, motherfucker, you gonna hold this down. You gonna hold this down. You don't want to say shit? That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? And I'm watching this shit, man, play out. So I'm sitting there, man, I'm like, damn, man, where do I go from here? You know what I'm saying? So now I'm in a direction, I'm in the right direction. Now God is showing me things. He's giving me these verses, and my brother coming home, about to doing a long stretch, he out there writing movies and doing all this shit. You know what I'm saying? And then here you are, you blessed, you went through what you went through, bro. You went through what you went through, because you had to clean you up, get you right, to come out and do what you're doing, man. You know, the shit you doing, man, what you doing right now is the epitome of greatness for motherfuckers like me, man. Great, bro. You know what I'm saying? What you doing, man? And I commend you on that shit. Because without you, man, there ain't no us, bro. Who gonna hear us? Who gonna take care of us? We gotta take care of ourselves. And that's what you doing, taking care of us, man. And when I mean us, I'm talking about motherfuckers behind these prison walls, behind these G walls, man. We niggas is dying behind these walls, man. I just saved a nigga life 3 days ago from committing suicide, bro. I talked this nigga down. The doctors, none of them could do that. They look at me like I'm a motherfucking prophet. You feel what I'm saying? So it just goes to show you, man, we all possess the ability and we have the quality to be great. You understand what I'm saying? We just gotta find our inner selves, man, and become aligned with that and conquer. And I commend you on that shit, man. Much love for you, bro. For real, man.
Appreciate you, my bro. Appreciate you. I'm just happy to get the word out with this shit. Like, we get to put the word out some, and you know, a few thousand motherfuckers hear that in a week. You just never know who ears land on that. You feel me? And a miracle will happen out this bitch.
I just need some help, man. You know what I'm saying? I just need some fucking help, man. Like, I'm talking about legal shit. I need some help, man. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I really need somebody. I need a bulldog, man. That's not gonna run from this case, man. I had people running from my case, man. I had private investigators running from my case, man. Dropping it, and just bouncing. 2 of them. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm up against a juggernaut. I planted evidence. These motherfuckers planted evidence on me, man. They planted evidence in my crib. All this shit, bro. I got this shit in black and white, man. This shit ain't no cap. This real shit what I'm gonna do. And these motherfuckers are scared. They know that I'm facing a juggernaut. And they ain't built like that. I'm gonna go against the fucking system. It's people that gotta be against the system with the heart to fight the system. That's who's gonna fight for me. I need a motherfucker to fight for me. Not one. I need more so. I need a motherfucker that care enough to fight for me. Because you have to care first. Have some humility. And understand and want to take this shit and do something with it. Because I've had everything, the pieces is here. They just need to be put together. And I need somebody, man. You know what I'm saying? I really do, man. You know, and my whole wife, man, she just hanging on. She doing what she be doing. You know what I'm saying? My both sonny just plugged me in. No, I mean, everybody playing their part, man. You know what I'm saying? And I needed this shit last, man. For real, man. I needed this, man. And that's all I need, man. I just need somebody to help a nigga, man. That's it.
We're going to get this story out there, man. And the beautiful thing about it is once that story is up there, it's up there forever. So, you know, that shit is just going to be out there being heard by somebody new each and every day. You feel me? When you in that cell, you could think to yourself, my story is out there being heard by somebody. Somebody's hearing this shit. You feel what I'm saying? And it's just, it'll get things stirring up. Did you ever happen to read a book or come across a book called The Master Plan by a dude named Chris Wilson?
Nah, I wrote it.
You have 1 minute left.
Right quick, bro. I know your phone about to cut off. I tell this to dudes too because this book changed my life. It's a book called The Master Plan by a dude named Chris Wilson. The bro got locked up. Both his appeals was exhausted. And he had no possible way of getting out the pen. And he had life with no possibility of parole. His pen game, he educated himself and got his pen game so crazy. Somebody came forward and put that bag up to get all of that his shit overturned. And he came home and he became a prolific writer. You feel me? But his lights was completely out. I'll tell you about it next time. I'll tell you about it next time we build.
Yeah. No, man. Hey, yo, listen, man. Whenever you want to build the shop, go out, set it up, we on it.
All right, my brother.
Doing, man.
All right, we going to tap in again. That's a whole fact.
Thank you for using Securus. Goodbye.